Well, holy smoky dokey yoki. This channel is about what is a dealio, folkios and folkoramas? I'm Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man. Welcome to my channel, Modern Renaissance Man. If you are someone that's been following my channel for a while, double check and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Just do that. If you are someone that just like what I've been doing with thus far, you want to just that's what I didn't do anyway. No, I'm messing with y'all. I said, if you are somebody that's been following my channel and you haven't subscribed yet, just go ahead and do it anyway. But no, seriously, if you've been watching my channel as of the past month or so like that, you haven't subscribed yet, keep getting an idea what this channel is about before you do it. But if you want to go ahead and do it, by all means, go ahead and do it. Don't forget, if you like videos like this, get the video a thumbs up. Share this video with family, friends. Get your phone and find some contacts in there and share my channel with them, all right? Woo, this is some big news right here, folks. And I like this type of stuff because I don't know, in my free time, when I'm just chilling, when I get done doing things on the internet, and I am just like, nighttime and I'm chilling, I'm watching Forensic Files. And I'm telling you, I love Forensic Files. I love stuff like that. Cold case, I love it. Anyway, let's get into this. This says right here, a 1955 warrant for Emmett Till case has been discovered, renewing calls for the family for an arrest. A group searching for contents related to the 1955 lynching of black teenager Emmett Till in the basement of a Mississippi courthouse has uncovered an unserved arrest warrant for the white woman who allegations led to his kidnapping and murder, according to the Associated Press. The discovery has now renewed calls for Till's relatives for the arrest of the woman Carol Bryant Dunham, who is now 88 years old. It's like 60-something years later. Says the document was discovered late last month in Greenwood, Mississippi, inside a file folder that had been left in a box. Leavenworth County Circuit Court Clerk Emmett Stockstill certified the form as authentic. Relatives of Till are hoping that the discovery of the warrant prompts a new investigation into his murder, which was a catalyst for the emerging civil rights movement in the 1950s and 60s. Bryant Dunham, who is named on the arrest warrant as Mrs. Roy Bryant, the name of her late husband, who was one of the men tried and acquitted, was never arrested or charged in the case. She is still alive and as of May was residing in North Carolina, according to the most recent public records. Dunham was married to Roy Bryant when she accused Till, who was visiting Mississippi from Chicago, of making improper advances while at the couple's store, Bryant's grocery and meat market in Money, Mississippi, in August of 1955. The accusation prompted Bryant and his half-brother, J.W. Millen, to abduct Till at gunpoint from the home of his great uncle, Moses Wright, then tortured, lynched the teenager before throwing his body into the Tallahatchie River. Till's battered body was weighed down by a cotton gin fan and was found several days later. His face was left unrecognizable, but at his funeral service in Chicago, if y'all don't know this, I know this. Most of y'all don't know the Emmett Till story. It's crazy. But his mother wanted everybody to see what they did to her son. So it is horrific. I'm not going to show it because YouTube will demonetize this and flag this video, etc., etc. And it is terrible. The newly discovered warrant dated August 29, 1995. August 29, 1955, charged the two white men involved in the crime, along with Dunham, with kidnapping of Till. An affidavit found with the warrant stated that the three individuals did willfully, unlawfully, and feloniously, and without lawful authority, forcibly seize and confine kidnapped Till Lewis Tell. Emmett's first and last names are misspelled on the document, along with his middle name, Lewis. The two white men who committed the crime were acquitted, but in 1956 article in Look magazine, they confessed to the murder. Both men have since passed away. Keith Beauchamp, a filmmaker who directed a 2005 documentary, The Untold Story of Emmett Till Lewis, told the New York Times that the discovery of the warrants was a jackpot. I hope that the authorities will do the job they were supposed to do in 1955, he told the newspaper. In past years, efforts to press forward on the case have stalled. A grand jury in 2007 declined to issue new indictments. And just last year, the Department of Justice said there was insufficient evidence for federal charges and closed the case. But after a group of researchers located the warrant in the courthouse, it was difficult for many of them to hold back their emotions. There were a lot of tears in the room, Beauchamp told the Times. This right here definitely is a 1 in a million shot of discovering something like this. And I don't care what anybody says. Let me tell y'all something. When I mentioned earlier that I love forensic files, the reason why I love forensic files because I watched stuff to where people got murdered in the 1940s, the 1950s, the 1960s. They were raped. People were burned and beaten. I'm talking about white on white crime. I'm talking about black on black crime during these times. People were raped, burned, beaten, kidnapped, left in, and they could not find anything. But during that time when they couldn't find anything on who the perpetrator was, they did find DNA, right? They took the DNA and just kept it. But they always say, but during those times, DNA and all that stuff was not something that was a thing. It was not even thought of yet. They weren't using it yet. They weren't able to look at the DNA and be able to tell and match it with any type of possible perpetrators. They might have had someone like that on file, right? So what they end up doing is showing how now that we got the DNA, we're able to use that DNA and we can link it to this man or this individual. That's what they were able to do, right? I know of a story back in the 1950s where a man killed people. He actually killed a cop. And his DNA was there and all that, his fingerprint, whatever, not his fingerprint, but his DNA was definitely there, like his saliva, whatever, because him and the cop was scuffling, he was wrestling, whatever like that. But anyway, this man ended up becoming like a churchgoer, becoming like a minister, had a full life, had grandchildren, was known in the community as being good. What happened when they found that the DNA matched that man? They came to his house, knocked on the door, and he said, I can't believe after all this time you guys caught up to me. They took him to jail. Why? Because they discovered new evidence. They had new technologies that will be able to define who the individual, the perpetrator, the killer was. In this case right here, they had a unserved warrant. Now, we know during those times, during the 50s, civil rights movement, before all this stuff happened, we know that at that time, the systemic racism that was going on there was crazy. It was all in the police force, the whole nine. Now, there have been like different stories and things that have come out that have come to my attention that some people were saying things like, when they had asked a police officer at that time that she falsely, when the news came out, let me slow down. When it came out that she confessed, she falsely accused him of doing this, and the evidence came out that she did falsely accuse them. One of the police officers said something like, well, I don't want to bother her because she's there doing something with her children. Yeah, y'all have to read these stories on this. I'm not going to go into too much detail on that, but it is something that came out. Point being, the reason why I brought up the DNA stuff and the new technologies is the fact that this warrant has been found. It was not served. So my question would be, what is keeping them from serving the warrant? You guys, I know this. I know all day long you can sit there and say, well, the woman is in her late 80s. She's already on death's bed and death's door. You 1 foot in the grave. It does not matter. She should be served a warrant and should serve out the rest of her days in prison for what she did. Now, guys, I'm with y'all. Y'all know I'm as a minister. All have sinned and come short of the glory. I get that. I get it. This woman might have repented. She gave her life over to Jesus. She could be one of the main leaders in helping black people do all kinds of things to make up for what she did to Emmett Till. But it still should not stop her from going to prison for doing that. She and what she did and how she lied resulted in a horrific death of that young boy. Period. You can argue all day long. Well, tired, it was closed. You can say that all day long, but it does not matter. She is the reason why that boy died for lying on him. And I know there are other stories out there of people doing this, but this is the most publicized because the way that he looked in that casket is horrific. It is absolutely horrific. The fact that those two men didn't get accused let you know how strong the racism and everything was that was going on there. It's absolutely ridiculous. In this case, you can get mad at me for saying this. They should be able to find this new evidence. I hope people are out there, not just black people, but white people as well, that knew that this was wrong. Hopefully people are out there trying to demand some justice on this. And like I said, I get that she might be a sweet old lady right now. That does not matter. She needs to be served this warrant that was not served to her and live out the rest of the time that they give her, however much time they give her in prison. It should just be the rest of her life in prison, plain and simple. Well, Ty, I'm just telling you, the warrant was unserved. It should be served. She should go to prison. Plain and simple. Y'all think I went a little too far on that? Am I not showing enough sympathy? No, don't forget, I'm about truth and righteousness, right? That's what we're about. Truth and righteousness. Now, I know it may feel terrible. She might be decrepit and everything. It does not matter. Truth and righteousness. Plain and simple. She might be a Christian and been forgiven of her sins, but it still does not mean she should not have to serve what we have in this country right now called law, called justice. She should go to prison. What do y'all think? Am I completely off on this? Am I a little too harsh on this? Huh? Is that what it is? Let me know what y'all think by leaving in the comments below after this video. Don't forget, click the like button right now if you like videos like this and ones that I put out like this, all right? Appreciate it, all right? Don't forget, double check to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. If you're liking the channel, you don't want to wait to get an idea about it, you want to go ahead and subscribe right now, by all means, go ahead and do it right now. But the best thing you can do is share it with some people. Share it with like-minded people. And when you do share it with someone and they join this channel and subscribe, make sure you tell them to hit the bell notification and make sure the bell notification is set to all, because when it's set to all, you guys will get notified when I post videos. And when they do subscribe by word of mouth through you, let them know, hey, when you leave a comment on Ty's channel, tell him my friend brought me here, or my mom brought me here, or my brother brought me here. Y'all get my picture, right? So I can thank them for that, and I can thank you for getting the word around. Yeah, folks, this is crazy. Love it. This is my stuff. I love this forensic stuff and these new evidence-like type stuff. So let me hear from y'all. I am Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I hope and pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus. What's going on, everybody? So, hey, check this out. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to view these videos. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also right here is where you can catch the next video, the latest video that I've done. But like right up here, this is stuff that I've done kind of in the past. So in this area, you might find a video that I've done in the past. It can be funny, it can be something serious. It does not matter. But this is something that you can also do to check out more material that I do in my channel, because I do a lot in this channel, all right? So again, appreciate everything from you guys. Keep on watching it, keep on supporting it, and God bless you all.